Hi, I'm John. Today we are going to make the duplex plate or the standard outlet. Let's get to it. Alright, step one. First thing we want to do is file the edges. Whetstone. With water, wet sandpaper, sand the edges. You'll see it. The white, the filing look go away, and you'll bring it right back to the polished look. Next, take a plate, face down on the face. A couple of little pencils here. Center it out. And simply take a pencil and trace the inside perimeter of the opening. Once that is done, we're using a 3/16 inch steel bit. We just want to break the surface. That's enough. Let's take our pencil, give it a good marking, and we will see at the drill press. Okay, at the wet drill, we're going to leave it on low, and what we're using is a 3/16 inch glass bit. And what we're going to do, once the water's on, we're going to plunge, pull up, plunge and pull up. We want to let the water get in there, otherwise this heats up pretty good. So let's get the water going. As you can see, that leaves us with a nice clean hole. I'm going to change bits, and we're going to put the bit on for the taper of the hole. Okay, what I've got here for the taper, this is a 3/8 inch glass bit, and what we're going to do is we're just going to plunge a little bit, a couple times, and that's going to be all we need. So let's get the water going. That's it. As you can see, this goes pretty fast. So now I'm going to put the bit in for the holes, and we're going to clear those out. Alright, what we have here, this is a 1-inch hole saw, and what we're doing is we're coming down right on the edge of the line. You just want to see the radius part of the line. And we're going to plunge, and then we're going to, the excess we're going to clean up at the end. Let's get the water. And I am going to turn this up. have our 1 1/8. As you can see, it's a little taller walls. This is more of an industrial bit. What we're going to do, and this is specifically for this, I needed the taller walls. We're going to come right down in the center of the switch of the opening, both sides, all 4 sides. And once I'm in, I'm going to plunge all the way down, bring it back up, and at the top of the cutting rim, I'm going to push in. You're just going to see the top of the cutting rim is going to be flush with the top of the stone, and I'm going to push until I'm just past the line. And we want to see these little corners of pencil right here. If we don't see those, it's not we went a little too far, but we can still fix it. So let's get this going. Dude, it just made it. I thought I had it tighter. Okay, as you can see, we have a little bit of the line right here in the corner. We want that. That's where our at the filing station, the piece had a chance to dry. What we're going to start out with is a rasp file. It's made by Floorcraft, and what we're doing is on the round edge, we're back filing all the way around. We're only doing one side at a time, so we're doing the bottom side first. So let's get started on this. Let me get my glasses here. Okay. Okay, that should be enough. We're taking an 8-inch file and just center it out. This goes pretty fast. Okay, we're almost there. We are there. Now the middle, I work up in the back and then gradually bring it towards the front. A little bit more. That looks pretty good. A little bit on the bottom here. Okay, I think we're good. Let's check it. I'm looking in the back to see if I'm clearing. And we are past. We're just past it. Now the corners and the side. We're very close on the sides. So I have to concentrate more in the bottom corners and the top corners. This is a 10-inch half round. This is part of a kit. About a $15 kit, $10 kit. And what I'm doing is still working in the back, starting from the back, cleaning that out a little bit more, and working my way up. And there, that's just about done. That looks pretty good. A little bit up there. Oh, that's clean. Yeah, we have to. This is why it's so important to leave the lines. That the edge of the line, the corner of the line, is where you want to stop, and you just want to stop past it. Okay, I think we're very close. Let's give it a check. Okay, we're in. This one's actually ready to go. I can see I just want to clean it just a little bit on one side here. There. Okay, let's do the other side the same way. Oh, she tipped. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just a little there. Let's check it. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, we're good. Just have to do the corners and a little on the side. I think that's it. It's important to be very accurate with the machine, with the drilling. That takes a lot of the work out. It takes all. Here we're plopped in. At the milling station, what we're using is a 1 3/8 inch hole saw, and we're going to shave it down. We're going to take it down to just under 5/16. You may want to turn the sound down just a little bit. I'm going to shave the first layer. We're going to shut the camera off for time, and I'll show you the very last, the finish on this. And I am going to turn this up a little bit, the RPMs. Here we go. And start from the corners. Here we have our first milling. See how clean it is? Now we're going to take it down a few more times, and I'll see you at the end. We're at our final milling. I'm taking just a little bit off, as you can see right here. You don't want to take a lot off at the end. We're down to our thickness, just a little bit under, or just a little bit over. What I'm going to do is, after I do the milling, the final milling, I'm going to go back and forth and just clean it up. Let's get some water. nice and flat. What we're going to do now is mark the backs for the switch itself, and I'll be right back with the markings. This is the second last step. We put the switch in the way it should be on the wall, back face to back, and I trace around the tabs or the ears. I go down the side, so when the electric ends go down, they don't hit both sides. They go a little farther out. And all I'm doing is tracing it. Have the bit in. It's a 3/4 inch hole saw. And with this one, we're going to go down just about a heavy 1/16, because the tabs on the switch are just under a 1/16, so we want to clear it just in case. Alright, we should be set there. That looks pretty deep. Okay, let's get the gauge set and turn on some water. There we go. So just a little deeper. Okay, at this point, we can put the plate, the switch in the back, and see how we did with coming out on the front. We're flush. Now the only thing we need to do is route out for the switch screws themselves, and that's this hole right here. So you put it back on the back, just circle them out. We have our 5/16 bit in, and what we're going to do, we're going to take a couple of plunges around the perimeter of the little circle I made. Make a couple of plunges, and then while you're down about almost the thickness of just under an 1/8 inch, a heavy 1/16, while you're down, you hold the depth and just turn it around. Let's get some water going. And there we have it. Now I have a couple of screws. Use the switch with the screws in it. Now the screws are not tight, but they're flat up against the tab. So what we want to do, put those in there, and we're on flatness. Now see how the screws wobble. You're done. You're actually done. If you want to do any final touch-ups, there's a couple little files that we want to use. Oops. I use these little files for touch-up, and it takes off the edge. Use the round one. It's a mini half round. That's for the radiuses, and this one cleans up all the flat spots. Also, I wanted to show you this piece and this piece. If you notice, it has marbleization going on. That chipped. I did this anyways just to let you know that when you look at these pieces, try to get a solid piece. This is fill, and this is all marbleization. This is fill. We don't want that. And the measurements did not come out. I would have been in the marbleization and the fill. So always check your plates. Make sure you're taking from solid areas. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I sure enjoy making these things. With that, have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.